Two of the greatest players in the history of football have sparked countless debates since they both broke onto the scene. Just who is the greatest of all time? After over 20 years in the game, Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi are still going strong. Ronaldo has won almost every major trophy in the game with league titles in England, Spain, and Italy, Champions League medals, Euros, and Ballon d'Ors. Messi has also won everything major at club level and the Copa America twice with Argentina. But the one thing he's also added that's eluded CR7 was a World Cup winner's medal back. With Ronaldo turning 40 soon and Lionel Messi 37, what comes next for these two superstars in 2025? After a tumultuous exit from Manchester United just prior to the 2022 World Cup, Cristiano Ronaldo made a mega money move to Al Nassr in the Saudi League. Since then, he's unsurprisingly gone on to annihilate the defenders, most of whom haven't played at anything close to the level Ronaldo has. Despite his advancing years, Ronaldo has banged in goals for fun, with 80 goals in 89 games. It's not been a complete success for Ronaldo though, with Al Nassr struggling to gain league domination as they'd hoped. They won the Arab Champions Cup in 2023, beating rivals Al Hilal 2-1, with Ronaldo scoring both goals, but have fallen short in the league, even with Ronaldo's goals. He's even broken the record for most goals in a single season in the Saudi Pro League. For Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo continues to be a talismanic figure for the team, and a man the fans still pin their hopes on to lead them to more glory. After a poor showing in the 2022 World Cup and in Euro 2024, some fans and pundits have suggested it's time for Ronaldo to call time on his international career and for Portugal to focus on the next generation. But Ronaldo still scored 42 goals for club and country throughout 2024, so he's still a defender's nightmare. The reality is, at nearly 40, Ronaldo might still be able to tear up the Saudi League, but at the highest level, the way Portugal need to allow for his lack of running and pressing seems to put them at a tactical disadvantage. He'll be 41 when the 2026 World Cup rolls around. As for club level, in September 2024, he talked briefly about his potential future plans, stating, "I don't know if I'll retire soon, in 2 or 3 years, but probably I'll retire here at Al Nassr." We know football can change, but seeing out his playing days with Al Nassr might feel like he's missing out on the kind of last hurrah Zlatan Ibrahimovic had, playing into his 40s for AC Milan. When Ronaldo first joined Al Nassr, it wasn't long after Newcastle United had been taken over by Saudi owners. Rumors persisted that Ronaldo might even join Newcastle on loan at some stage. Given the form of Alexander Isak from the Toon Army, that's unlikely now, but plenty of clubs across Europe might still look at bringing in Ronaldo on a temporary basis. Ruben Amorim is actively searching for the next Ronaldo as he begins life in Manchester, but there's a clear mutual respect between the former national teammates. With United experiencing a transitional period and desperately in need of firepower, fans have already suggested Ronaldo wouldn't be the worst loan signing they could make in January. After all, this is a club who signed Wout Weghorst and Odion Ighalo on loan in the past. Ronaldo would be an upgrade, and Amorim would also know how to get the best out of him. Ronaldo's current Al Nassr deal ends in the summer of 2025, however, so unless he signs an extension, a loan move in his final months may be unlikely. There have been rumors he may move to Fenerbahce at the end of his deal, but Ronaldo himself has already ruled out suggestions he's actively seeking a move back to Europe. However, one man with a great respect for Ronaldo is Jose Mourinho, who's currently managing the Turkish Giants, and if there's one man who might persuade Ronaldo over to Turkey, it's the special one. Ronaldo may also become a club ambassador once his playing days do end. He's already been suggested for such a role at Real Madrid, and unofficially he's an ambassador for the Saudi League and had a role in Saudi's failed bid to host the 2030 World Cup. As for management, Ronaldo's already closed the book on that possibility, saying he doesn't have a passion for the current generation in football. Maybe he'll change his mind in the future. Lionel Messi's triumphant World Cup win with Argentina came during a difficult period in his club career. His high-profile move to PSG didn't go as planned, with the club struggling to balance an attacking trio of Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar. The notorious Paris don't need much to turn against you, and never loved Messi in the way a player of his class deserves. His exit was inevitable, but his destination somewhat surprising. To Inter Miami, the recently formed MLS club co-owned by none other than David Beckham. It hasn't been all plain sailing though, with the club struggling to get the initial success hoped from signing a player like Messi, and since adding his former Barcelona teammates Luis Suarez, Jordi Alba, and Sergio Busquets. They've finally ridden those rough patches out and had a great year to sit top of the league, but unfortunately lost in the playoffs against Atlanta United FC. In 2024, Messi scored 23 goals in 25 appearances for Inter Miami. At Argentina, he still remains the main man in the team and was key to their success in the 2024 Copa America. Messi is undoubtedly a benefit to the national team still. 6 goals in his 11 games for Argentina in 2024 suggest so. Messi might have finally fulfilled his dream of winning a World Cup. What might help his standing in the game to sit well and truly above Diego Maradona is to win it a second time. As Argentina ready themselves for 2026, it seems unlikely Messi will call time on his international career, and the management clearly feel he's irreplaceable. At Inter Miami, the goal will be to cement foundations and turn the team into a dominant force in U.S. soccer. Although Messi's growing list of minor injuries has meant he's played far less than his peak days with Barca, he's still in the lineup enough to show his worth with goals and assists, and picking up where he left off with Suarez. His contract ends after the 2025 MLS season, which kicks off in February. The timing of the MLS season has often seen players make short-term loan moves in January, so could Messi make a fleeting move back to Europe? A few months ago, rumors swirled that Messi might make a brief move back to Barcelona, but their strong start to the 2024-2025 season and the rise of Lamine Yamal make that unlikely. There are also rumors that Pep Guardiola might bring one of his favorites over to help him out of the form crisis Man City are currently struggling with. Could we see Messi in the Premier League? With the way City's midfield are being blown apart, it might be wise to bring Busquets in as well. Another rumored destination for Messi, which would come after his contract expires, seems more likely: an emotional return to Newell's Old Boys in Argentina. He spent 5 years with the youth team before he was snapped up by Barcelona. Messi's time at the club was instrumental in him honing his unique abilities and catching Barca's eye. There's one thing Messi and Ronaldo both have in common too: neither has any initial plans to become a manager. Messi's always sought privacy, which is part of his reason. However, he's also keen to continue in football when he does retire, but more likely in a sporting director role. Although his relationship with Barca hierarchy turned sour at the end, his legendary status at the club means he'd definitely have a place there. It's also been suggested that once he stops playing for Inter Miami, he may take on an ambassadorial or sporting director role, but Messi doesn't appear close to making a final walk off the pitch. He has an option to extend his deal another year, which would take him through to the end of 2026. And in Messi's own words in June this year, he expects the team to be his final club. Messi will also be desperate to win the coveted MLS Cup to add to the Supporters' Shield they won in 2024. When Messi and Ronaldo do retire, it'll be a sad day, with both having been imperious for over 20 years and setting a standard the best current players may never get close to. What do you think will happen with Messi and Ronaldo in 2025 and beyond? Drop us a comment below and be sure to like and subscribe.